I found a friend here on TikTok who had gone to Pan Asia, and they were talking about what they got at Pan Asia. And I love Pan Asia. Haven't been in a long time. And it turns out that my ultrasound was only 10 minutes away from Pan Asia. So guess where I went? I spent a little under $100. Want to get these frozen things first. Got some shrimp pot stickers. Yeah, they're wheat, but they didn't have any gluten-free ones. And I got these really cute little mini rice balls. I'm thinking that I will put them in a soup or maybe in a stew. Those are the frozen. And then I got 2 pomelos. They're like a great big huge grapefruit, but they're sweeter. You can even smell. They're so good. Grapefruit's one of those things that's good for your gallbladder. And all, leafy greens and healthy diet. I also got 2 different kinds of coconut water, so I wanted to try them. But I use this to make homemade electrolyte drinks. They were like, one was $1.19 and one was $1.59. I got porridges. This is not the one that I wanted. I think this one is close to the one that I wanted. This is a multigrain with sweet potato. I'm gonna have to look and see if that's actually the one I wanted. But it doesn't have it had lotus root or lotus leaves in it. But anyway, oh my gosh, this is so good. This is the one I want. Closest to the one that I wanted. But this is a red date and oat kernel millet congee. Which a congee is kind of like a soupy, stewy pudding. You can make it sweet or savory. And I thought I'd try it because it has the red dates in it. And 8 Treasures porridge. This one has 8 different grains in it. Or 8 different things in it. So I got that one in to try. When I did this one, I tried this one and I made a sweet rice sauce to go on top of it. When I went to elementary school, Mrs. Marshall made the best rice pudding, and I actually got the recipe. So I used the sauce from that and put it on here. It's wonderful. When I first made it, I just looked it up and it said, oh, just add water until you get to the consistency you want. No. You want to put it in the Instapot because these are really hard. There's corn kernels in there and millet. It got me a little baby cabbage. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. And I know what I'm going to do with this. It got me a papaya. Oh, it looks like he's... Oh, I hit it on the cart. He has a boo-boo. But anyway, slice this up with some lime juice on it. Oh, yum. And I love to go there and get mushrooms. These are king oyster mushrooms. And basically with my gallbladder, you're not supposed to have any fat. So you can't have... Beef is a big no-no and pork is a big no-no. I don't eat pork anyway. But I can take this and shred it and season it and put it in the oven and bake it, and it can be any kind of flavor, any kind of pulled meat that I want. I also got these, and I like the shiitake. I think they have a really nice beefy chew to them, and they're a little more of a substantial mushroom. These 2 I can use for meat substitute if I want. The biggest thing for me is to be sure and fix them soon, like maybe tomorrow or Sunday. And then you gotta eat your veggies and you gotta have your greens, and got these. Oop, with these. I like because they have, I've had it before, they have the purple color on them. I throw them in soup just like you would a kale. I've thrown them in stir fries, which I think I'm going to have to do a steam. It's not steam fry. Something with lots of veggies, but get my snow peas. And these little guys are like 59 or 69 cents a piece. Nice to just have up in the cupboard in case you need some seasonings. They have all different kinds. They have beef and I got the extra firm. I actually, gosh, maybe that's what was leaking. I actually got the extra firm because it doesn't have as much water in it. I'm not going to freeze it this time because what I want to do is I want to grate it and flavor it maybe like I would the mushrooms and make it like a, I'm thinking about sloppy joes. I don't know if I can eat sloppy joes. I'm thinking about sloppy joes. I got some sloppy joe sauce down in there, so I was thinking about using the tofu for that. More coconut water. I got these corn on the cob. I just like corn on the cob and they looked really good. I wanted brown rice. I wanted puffed brown rice, but all they had was the puffed white rice. Alton Brown has a recipe for one of the best Rice Krispie treats that are more nutritious than Rice Krispie treats. But all they had was the white. So I went ahead and got the white. One more bag. I went ahead and got some brown lentils because when I made my quinoa lentil taco meat, it says use brown or green. I didn't have any. It still turned out okay, but I just needed that. And I needed turmeric. This is 14 ounces of turmeric. That's almost a pound of turmeric. And I paid like $2.59. If you get one of those little McCormick jars, you're going to pay like $6 or $8. And I got this for like a third of the price. And I also needed some other spices. Like I needed some cumin because when I was making my quinoa lentil taco meat, I was almost out. And I needed some bay leaves. So it spread as wide as my arms. Oh, plus I got, I don't know where they are. I wonder if I left them in the car. I also got the red paste. Here they are. I also got the red paste bean balls. We get these every time that we go. Sometimes we get sushi too. They were still warm when I found them in the case. And I can't get it open. Look at that. Sesame bean ball. And then I took a bite and I went, it's fried. And then I went, I'll only eat half. And then I ate 3/4. So I stopped myself. I'm going to make sure I take some fiber. See if that will help. I'm hoping I don't get sick, but to pick them up and know that they're that fresh and they're still warm. Red bean paste. It's really good. So I got all of that, like I said, for less than $100. And if you haven't been to Pan Asian and you're in St. Louis, you really should go. There's the fruits and vegetables are phenomenal. The mushrooms, you kind of got to look at them. Like these definitely need used by Monday. And the oyster mushrooms usually don't look really good. And if I got oyster mushrooms, I would want to fry them. That's the way my dad always fixed them. So I didn't get any of those. But I will do another video because some of this stuff I'm going to make some food for the coming week, not meal prep. Just going to make some food to have some stuff ready. So I'm going to make the porridge and I'm going to make the mushrooms and we'll see how far I get and what all I get done. But like I said, if you haven't been to Pan-Asia, you should go. Hi guys, it's Mom, or Mom Editor here. I know this was a short video and it was going to be longer, but my gallbladder's been giving me lots of problems. But next week's will be longer and I'll explain more. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming along on our journey. Thank you for all the likes and the comments. We do appreciate all of them. We absolutely appreciate all of our subscribers. And we appreciate your patience as life is continuing to life.